indexicals. How many centers of consciousness exist in your God?
There's only one.
Okay, so the Father, Son, Holy Spirit share the same identical mind.
Yes.
Okay, does your God affirm propositions?
God doesn't have propositional knowledge. Next.
Okay, let's see if he knows what that means. Son of Mary, does your God know that today is Saturday?
No. Next.
So, Son of Mary, so wait, so can we say, Son of Mary, that I know more than your God in this respect?
If you want to say that if you know a certain category that God doesn't, you can say that.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way, boy.
Argue it.
What do you mean? You don't have an argument. You don't have an argument. Wait, do you have an argument?
Method do you
Wait,
count
do you have
by?
an argument against the Trinity? Do you have an argument against the Trinity?
What count? Yes, of course.
Okay, so give me the argument.
The argument isn't going to be the same for every position. You know that, right?
Yo, you said you
like.
okay.
Look. Okay, mute it.
But you said you don't know my position.
Let me tell you how. Let me tell you how.
Do you have an argument?
Are you a monarchical-trinitarian? Are you a monarchical-trinitarian?
I affirm the monarchy of the Father.
Okay, so you're a monarch. See, you see how we answer that because he knew the answer to the question. Okay, so you're a
I affirm the
monarchical-trinitarian,
monarchy
right?
of the Father. I affirm the monarchy
and you
of the
count
Father.
you count by relative identity, right?
I count by relative identity. Counting what? What am I counting? What are you asking me about? Anything? Are you asking me? Are you asking me about how I count apples? Like, what is this? We're talking about God here, but
that's yeah. Okay. You count.
Yeah, I believe in the Trinity. There's one God, and there's three persons.
I didn't ask you that.
Right? There's I'm giving you my position. I'm giving you my position.
No. I already know that you believe in the Trinity.
You asked me for my position. You don't want.
No, Mari, I didn't ask you if you believe in the Trinity or not. I know you believe in the Trinity. Hold on.
Okay,
Mari,
do you have an argument against the Trinity? Because you said you wanted to talk about the Trinity.
Hold on, dude. You know there's a lot of different types of the models of the Trinity. Okay, it's not just one. You know what social Trinitarianism is? Monarchical. There's so many.
I'm not a social Trinitarian.
Wait,
okay,
wait, Mari, you answered the question when he asked you if you're a monarcho-trinitarian. Just answer. How do you count? Just answer.
I said I affirm the monarchy of the Father.
And you answered that when he asked you.
But he talked about. Listen.
Stop, Mari, stop. Don't overspeak me. So why don't you just answer the question when he's asking you, how do you count? You wanted to answer that one. Just answer this question so you can move on with his argument, dude. His argument is dependent on what you say.
Okay, let me help him.
I count one God by the essence. Yes, there's one God.
Allahu Akbar. So you count that there's one God because they all share the same divine essence.
Yeah, all three persons are identical to the one reality in which we call God, the divine Lucia. Yeah.
So Jesus is identical to the essence.
Yes. All three persons are identical to the one reality
we call God. Is that the Catholic position?
According to the Council of Fort Lateran, yes, this is the Catholic position.
Okay, so the Catholic position is that Jesus and the Father and the Son are all identical to the essence.
All three persons are identical to the divine essence. So we believe this.
Okay.
So you have an argument against that. You have an argument.
Perfect.
What's the argument?
Now
what is the argument that you want to make? What's the argument that you want to make?
I need to know if you count just. Do you count like that only
I
for
gave
God?
you my position. You said you wanted to talk about my position.
Dude,
you said you had an argument against my position.
Mari,
what's the argument?
Mari, do you count like that for everything else or just God?
Oh my goodness. Can you give me the arguments?
Yes, dude. You need to.
Dude,
why do you think I asked you these preliminary questions so I know your position? Do you count like this just for God or for everything else?
Oh my goodness, bro. He doesn't want to give the argument. He's actually terrified of giving the arguments.
Mari, do you count like that for everything?
Why
or
does
just
you
God?
have to give me the arguments?
Can you answer my question? Do you count like that for everything or just for God?
I've been asking this question for like 5
minutes.
You count
like that for everything or just for God?
Oh my goodness. He doesn't want to give the argument, guys.
You count like that
He actually doesn't want to give the arguments. He doesn't want to give the arguments.
You count like that for everything or just for God?
I'm not saying anything until you give me the argument because I'm just waiting for the argument.
Dude, he doesn't understand that.
I'm not going to say anything until you give me the argument.
He's so stupid. Like, listen, Mari. Mari, listen, Mari. Do you count by essence for God only?
I haven't insulted anyone, but now he's just insulting.
I don't care. So, do you count like that only for God?
It's not about you caring. It's about seeing how the audience seeing how disingenuous you're being. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
You count like that only for God. I need to know the answer. It's important.
Oh my god. What are you asking me? What do you even mean?
Do you count by essence only for God or everything else?
Why does this matter?
Answer the question, dude.
Why does this matter?
Because it matters if you're special pleading. It depends.
I'm not special pleading, dude.
Okay, so do you count
do you think humans and God are the same?
Do you count? Just answer my question. Do you count like that?
No. Do you think humans and humans and God?
Dude, you're not answering my question, Mario. You're making it longer than it should be. Do you
what
count
do you mean?
like this
I asked
for
you
humans?
a question. You haven't answered my question.
Do you count like this for everything or just for God?
Oh my goodness. He doesn't want to give the argument.
Can somebody answer for him in the comments because he'll read it out loud.
If you're not gonna answer, bro, you're just gonna get dropped, bro.
He wants to get dropped. Don't drop
wait,
it.
hold on. Host. You say you're gonna drop me.
Okay,
he came up.
Don't drop it.
Me and you, we were talking about
I need to know your position.
Anas came up.
No, Mari.
One second. Hold on. 1 second.
No, Mari, you weren't even answering. No, Mari, because
he said. Wait,
dude,
who wanted to start an argument against the Trinity? Me or him?
Mari, you were doing the same thing with Daniel 7. You were
no. Who wanted to make the argument against the Trinity? Me or him?
Anas.
Okay, he came up. He said, "Do you want to discuss the Trinity?" I said,
"But
yes.
I need your position
He needs to
before
give me
I
the
argue."
argument for the Trinity.
He's just asking you to clarify.
I think he's not tracking. Listen, Mari, before I make an argument, I need to know your position specifically on what it is. Okay.
Okay.
That means I need to dissect.
I'm gonna lay out my position again.
Okay. So I don't want to strawman it. Wait. I only have one more question. I don't need any more answers from you except this. Do you count like that for everything or just for God?
You're asking me. What do you mean? What do you mean? Count like that?
Count,
when you say, what do you mean when you say that?
You count God to be one because there's one essence. You count like that for everything else.
Well, yeah, there's obviously one essence. I mean, we were talking about God, right?
Oh my God, he didn't answer the question.
Yes.
Answer the question.
Yes. I'm going to count like that for God because all three persons are identical.
I didn't say, do you count like that for God? I said, do you count like that just for God or everything else?
Well, God is in his own category.
Oh, I didn't ask you that. I said, do you only...
God isn't like his creation. Don't you guys believe that?
Oh my God. That's fine.
You guys
do you
believe
count
that?
like that? That's fine. Do you count like that for everything?
No. God is in his own category.
Okay, so you only count like this for God.
Okay, so now what's the argument against the Trinity?
Okay, wait. That wasn't clear. That wasn't clear. Yes or no? Do you count like that just for God or everything else?
Everything else is in their own category. God is in his own category.
Okay,
now,
so
what's
we
the
count
argument
God
against the
differently
Trinity?
than everything else.
Okay, so what's the argument against the Trinity?
Yes, he just said that.
This is the inconsistency. This is the inconsistency.
That's not. Oh my goodness. That's not an inconsistency.
Let me finish.
No, that's not.
Let me finish. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Wait. So you would say that Jesus Christ and the Father and the Son are all the same under the sortal God, but they're going to be distinct under the sortal person, correct?
Yeah, all three persons are going to be distinct, but they are identical to the one reality in which we refer to as God, which should be the divine Usia. This is why they're
great.
Why it's
Let's continue.
God, right? There's not three divine beings. In order for there to be three gods, we have to say there's three divine beings, which we don't believe that.
Okay, perfect. This is good, Mari. So, would you say that the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, they have the same mental state of affairs?
They have the same. Well, they share the same mind.
Okay, and that means that they have the same mental state of affairs, right?
What do you mean by mental state of affairs here?
Yeah, what I mean is they all affirm the same things and they negate the same things.
Well, I don't believe they have propositional knowledge.
I didn't even bring that up.
Yes, you're presupposing God has propositional knowledge, or at least that's what you're trying to force that view into me. And
How did I even presuppose that?
Well, in order to what are you affirming if you're not affirming propositions?
Does your God not affirm true things?
Are you asking me about propositional knowledge? Because that's what you're talking about.
Does God affirm true things?
True things? What does it mean for something to be true?
Does he affirm? Does he affirm true propositions?
Those are propositional values. Truth and falsehood are propositional values.
Okay, TG. Does God affirm that TG is on the panel?
Are you asking me if God has propositional knowledge?
No, I'm asking, does he affirm if TG is on the panel?
Again, I don't. You're making. Again, I don't. You're making. Again, I don't understand.
Does he affirm that TG is on the panel?
I don't believe.
It's a yes or no.
I don't believe I don't know what you're asking me because I don't believe God has propositional knowledge.
Does God affirm that Mari is on a live panel right now?
I don't believe he knows things the same way we do. That's like...
Okay, I didn't ask you that. Oh my God. Does God affirm that you're on a panel?
Does God affirm the proposition that I'm on a panel?
Yes.
Well, God doesn't have propositional knowledge, so I wouldn't say so.
Does God know everything?
Okay, wait. Hold on. So, okay, does he know everything?
Yeah, he knows things, but it's not by proposition.
You answered that question.
Okay, so he knows that Mari's on a panel.
One second, because already
So he knows that Mari's on a panel.
You guys are already about to make a mistake, which I knew I was going to predict you guys were going to make. You guys are trying to make it seem that, okay, therefore he has propositional knowledge. That doesn't follow.
No, we're not arguing for that. We don't care if you believe he has propositional knowledge or not. The point is he has knowledge. Does he have knowledge? You're on a panel.
Yeah, but not propositionally.
Okay, so he has knowledge that you're on a panel.
He's not affirming or denying propositions. He's not affirming or denying propositions.
Okay. So your God is neutral on propositions. He doesn't affirm anything.
He's not affirming or denying propositions. He doesn't have propositional knowledge.
Okay, Mari, perfect. So God knows that teaches on a power right now.
You believe Allah has propositional knowledge?
Does God stop asking about my God? We're not done with you. So
okay, so
you
what's
say that?
I mean, I've been asking you for the argument.
Look, it's the problem of indexicals. That's the argument. Do you know what that is?
The problem of what?
Indexicals.
Well, what's the argument? Like, what? How does the argument go?
Okay. Essentially, it would be that Jesus, the Father, and the Son, they must all affirm the same things, whether in a propositional form or not. Okay? So, Jesus Christ, he affirms that he is the Son, right?
Yes.
Great. The Father affirms he's the Father.
Okay. So, you're basically saying that the argument goes as if they share the same mental attitudes, yet they don't affirm the same propositions, therefore they can't share the same mental attitudes, therefore there's not one God. Is that the argument you're trying to make?
Yes.
Well, this is why it's a mistake, because we don't believe that God has propositional knowledge, and so therefore this argument cannot work.
Okay, dude, I don't think you actually know what that is, but I'm granting you that God does.
Do you know what a proposition is?
Okay, Mari. Yes, a statement with a truth value. Mari, listen. So
and truth and falsehood have to do with proposition. Those are propositional values, right?
Oh my God, Mari, does the Father know he's the Father?
He is able to understand that he's the Father. But again, if you're asking me, does he affirm or deny?
He's so scared that this guy thinks his God doesn't know anything.
If you're gonna ask me again, hold on. If you're gonna ask me the question
I didn't ask if he understands if he's the Father. Does the Father know he's the Father?
Yeah.
Okay. Does the Son know he's the Son?
Yeah.
Does the Son know he's the Father?
Does the Son know he's the Father?
Yes.
He knows he's not the Father.
Okay, but the Father knows he's the Father. So now they have two different state of affairs, of mentality.
No, they don't.
Okay, so do they know the same things or no?
Are you talking about the same proposition?
No. Do they know the same things?
So
yes or no?
What are you talking about then?
Do they have knowledge of the same? Do they share the same knowledge?
Yes, they share the same exact knowledge, yeah.
Okay. Does the Father have knowledge that he's the Father?
Yes.
Does the Son have knowledge that he's the Son?
Yes.
Does the Son have knowledge that he's the Father?
Absolutely not, because he's not the Father.
Perfect. So the Son and the Father, they don't have the same knowledge.
Well, they share the same mind, so they would have the same knowledge.
You're just presupposing.
What you're trying to do, you're trying to make the argument, because again,
dude, that's the whole point. You're begging the question that they have the same mind when I'm presenting how they don't.
Well, no, because again, what you're trying to do is you are enforcing this argument, presupposing that it has to be that they're affirming things propositionally. But
dude,
that's not
hey,
the
listen,
case.
bro. Listen, bro. I don't care if it's propositional or not. I don't care. Okay. And you're just saying that because you've had these Catholic people respond to you, and they put it in your head, and you have no other way to respond. Listen, I don't care if it's in a propositional format or not. Lock in. Let's say it's not propositional. What
if I just deny their knowledge being indexical? If I just say it's non-indexical, then
you just read the comments.
But can you answer my question? What if
you read the comments?
But what if I do?
It's unbiblical, man.
No. Wait.
What if I deny their knowledge being indexical? Then what are you going to say?
What does that even mean?
Biblical when God says things.
So
hold on, surrounded. Hold on, Akhi. Hold on. Don't interrupt. Okay, because I want to keep it one-on-one. What does that mean?
What do you think indexical knowledge is?
No, I'm asking you what it means. I want to see if you know.
I mean, you're making the argument.
You just used the term. What does that mean?
Okay, what do you think indexical knowledge is?
Oh my God, he doesn't know what it means. He's so.
You made the argument from you said you were making.
Listen to me.
No. I asked you when you first told me the name of the argument.
Oh my God.
When you first told me the name of the argument, I asked you.
What does it mean? Can you cash out what that word means?
I ask you, how does the
Can
argument?
you cash out what the word means?
Oh my goodness, bro! Like you
Can
guys
you
don't
tell
want
me
to
what it
answer
means?
any
You just
questions.
use the word.
You guys don't want to answer any questions.
Yo, TG, why are you reading the comments and then you get stuck when I ask you to define it?
I asked
Why?
you when you first gave me the
Why do you
argument.
do that
I
to
said,
yourself?
"What are
Mari,
you
why
talking
do you do
about?
this
Are
to
you not
yourself?
able to clarify what you mean?
Why?
Because
Did
you're
you
the one
not
that
read
gave me the argument.
Aristotle? Mari, I'm asking you, when you use that word, what do you mean by it?
You get okay. You just gave me the argument. I said, are you
I
making this
didn't give an
argument?
argument yet. Can you answer my question?
What are you talking
does that
about? All
mean?
your premises are. I have all your premises written down. You did make an argument. Why are you lying?
Show
now?
me. Show me them. Show me. Show me them.
Your arguments. You said
Show me the premises that you wrote down. Show me them right now.
You said you were making an
You'll give
argument from indexical now. That's what you said.
Okay, which premises did you write down?
Okay, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, and the Father having the same knowledge.
Let me see that written down. Let me see that. Let me see that.
Bro, you want me to turn my camera? Bro, why don't you?
Yeah, turn that camera on.
Like, are you this guy? What is this guy a skeptic now? What the heck?
Okay,
is this?
so you because you're lying.
I wrote this down. What are you talking about? You didn't make an argument.
Can you tell me what?
Oh,
it
so
means
you
for
didn't make an
God's-
argument? Are you
Can
serious?
you tell me what it means for God's knowledge to be non-indexical the way you used it?
I'm asking you because you gave me this argument. I'm asking
Mari,
for
you
clarification.
used the flipping word. You used the word, so you got.
You used the word first. I'm asking you, what do you mean?
I never used the word non-indexical. I never used.
Oh, you
that.
said that you're making an argument from indexical knowledge or something like that. That's what you
doesn't.
said.
No, dude, this guy is so dumb.
I'm asking
Okay.
you, what do you mean
Mari,
by indexical
Mari,
knowledge? What
Mari,
do you mean by that?
Mari, you use
That's
the
the first
term.
question I asked you when you came up.
Mari, you use the term. What does it mean? Well, I asked you, what does it mean for knowledge to be non-indexical? And you read that.
Can you tell me what do you mean? What do
you read that
mean
from
by
the
indexical
comments
knowledge?
as an attempt to save yourself from this crisis, and it didn't work because you fell into more.
What do you? No,
Mari,
no.
don't
Listen.
shift the burden of proof. Tell
This
me
is
what that
terrible.
word means.
What do you
Okay,
mean
Ahmed,
shifting
kick
the
this
burden of
dumbass.
proof? You're making
Kick
the
this
argument.
dumbass. Hey, Mari, we recorded it.
He's running. He's
debate.
running. He's running.
You shouldn't.
He's running.
I'm running.
He's
Okay,
running.
I'm running. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
if you're
yeah.
not running, answer my question.
Mari,
What do you mean by indexical knowledge?
No, Mari, he's right because you did read the comments and you asked someone.
That
said,
doesn't
Mari,
defeat
just
the
say-
fact
just
he's
say-
not answering my question right now.
Wait, Mari, you used that term. Just define it. What does it mean?
He used the term first. I asked him, what does he mean by indexical
I
knowledge?
didn't
What
use
do you mean by that?
non-indexical. I didn't use that word.
I didn't say non-indexical. I said, what do you mean by indexical? I said, what do you mean by indexical?
Wait, if Ennis used
No,
it
you
in the
didn't.
beginning-
Oh my
wait,
God.
If you really didn't know what it meant, you would have asked Ennis from the beginning. You're not going to ask him as soon as he asks you to define it and then shift the burden.
Exactly.
What are you talking
What
about?
do you
Exactly,
mean?
thank
He said earlier.
He
let me
brought up
know
the
right now.
argument.
Hey, listen, bro. Don't waste my time.
my
Do you have the
goodness, this is
definition or
terrible.
not? Do you have the definition or not?
I'm trying to understand what you mean by index.
Mari, oh
because
my
you
God.
use the
Dude,
arguments.
that sounds like gibberish. Tell me what it means for God's knowledge to be
Sounds like
indexical.
gibberish.
Wait, Ennis, one sec. Wait, Mari, why didn't you ask him before when he used that word?
Whenever he gave me the name of the argument, wait, let me respond. You asked
Why
me a
didn't
question.
you?
Let me
Why
respond.
didn't you ask
why.
him?
Can I respond?
Okay, why didn't you ask him before? Why did you wait until?
I did ask him. I did ask him.
No,
I
you
said,
didn't.
"What do you mean?" I said, "What is this argument? What is that? What do you even mean by that?" He first off,
You didn't ask for the definition.
Yeah, you didn't.
can you give me the definition of indexical knowledge?
Now he's asking.
Yeah, Mari.
Mari.
Wait. How about this, Mari? I promise Ennis will give it to you as soon as you answer what he asked.
Oh
you.
my goodness, this is a dodge from the
Mari,
question.
you just use the word. What? Just look, bro. If you can't define it, I will let you Google it. Wallahi, just define the word.
Because
Just Google
again,
it. We can't.
all
prove
I
you're
did.
Googling
Okay,
it.
okay. Look, can I just say this one thing? Yes,
Just
you
no,
brought up-
man.
you-
Define the word that you
used the word
used.
indexical. You used the word
Define the
indexical
word you
first,
used.
bro.
Define the word you used.
Okay, Mari. I'll give you one more try. Are you gonna define it or not? Or you just say you don't know? Or
Just
say you need time
Google
to-
it, dude.
This is
Okay, read the
this
comments.
Is a, this
Read
is
the
this is an
comments.
obfuscation
Read
from
the
the argument.
comments.
This is a
Read
complete
the comments.
obfuscation from the
Look,
argument.
the answer's in the comments. Read the comments, dude. They answered
This
it
is an
for you.
obfuscation from the argument. I'm just letting everyone know. This is an obfuscation
Okay,
from the
listen,
argument.
listen. Somebody answer the question in the comments. Can you read it out?
No, I'm asking you, what do you mean by indexical knowledge?
Oh my god.
Okay, Mari,
Okay,
I'll
I'm
give you one
gonna
more.
just answer it. I'm gonna answer it for him because he doesn't know what it means for God's knowledge to be non-indexical. And the comments answered for him, but he won't read it now because he's caught. I'll tell you what it means. Okay, in my own words, non-indexical. When you say that something or someone has non-indexical knowledge, all this means.
No, what do you mean
is
by
that this
indexical?
thing- Hang on, let me finish. I'm gonna tell you. Okay. Indexical. Okay, indexical means that he doesn't know from all perspectives. Okay, non-indexical means that he knows things from all perspectives. Okay, what that means is he knows things from all angles or point of views. Right? Do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, could have read the comments, but you didn't. So what does it mean for God's knowledge to be non-indexical, that he knows it from all perspectives, right?
Yeah. Yeah, if I just affirm that God knows things from all perspectives, then what? Yeah. Then what would be your response to that?
Do they? Okay, I'll respond. It's easy responsible. It's a common objection. Listen, bro. Does it defeat the fact that the Son doesn't know he's the Father?
Well, the Son would know things from all things from because the argument that you're presenting is an argument from indexical knowledge.
Knows it. You're not answering my question. Does the Son know from a non-indexical point of view? Does he know he's the Father?
Does he? Well, what? Does he know he's the Father?
Yes. Oh my God.
Well, he knows that he's not the Father, right? But
okay, so he does.
But again.
Okay, he knows he's not the Father. So all you did, you just said, well, what if I say that God's knowledge is non-indexical? You read the comments and it put you back into square one. So God's knowledge from a non-indexical point of view, the Son, he knows he's not the Father, right?
But you're making an argument from an indexical standpoint.
Answer the question. But the objection of non-indexical knowledge doesn't solve the issue. Answer the question. Does the Son know he's the Father?
Yes, it does, because you can't use
his argument. Does the Son know he's the Father?
His arguments. You can't use his arguments if the knowledge is non-indexical. It doesn't matter.
Hey man, does the Son know he's the Father?
Oh my goodness, bro.
Does the Son know he's the Father?
What are you asking?
Does the Son know? I'm asking you for the fifth time. Does the Son know he's the Father?
Because the question
presupposes... Does the Son know he's the Father?
It's a loaded question.
What's the presupposition?
That God's knowledge is indexical.
How is that a presupposition?
Because you're asking me, right, does he know a specific thing from his perspective? Only from his perspective, but God knows all things from all perspectives. Oh my God, no, yes, you are. You're asking me, does the Son knows he's the Father? Does the Son knows he's the Father? The Son, you're presupposing
does
that
the Son? Listen, bro, this is not. Look, I don't think. Have you not heard this argument before? Contention doesn't defeat the argument, and you're showing how it doesn't. Okay, the Son is God, and the Son knows things from all perspectives. Does the Son know he's the Father in any perspective?
Okay. Let's just, because you said that indexical
knowledge, or no?
Wait, because I'm asking a clarification question.
Oh my God.
Because indexical knowledge is knowing something from your perspective, right? And your perspective alone.
Indexical knowledge, dude. I'm granting non-indexical, man. Non-indexically.
No, I'm just asking, is that correct?
PG, yes, you don't know it from all perspectives. Okay. Does God have non-indexical knowledge?
Wait, hold on, wait, let me write this down.
Listen, dude, you see how he's running? You see how he's running?
Something.
Mari.
What do you mean? How am I running?
Mari, forget the indexical part. Mari, I'm gonna give you the answer.
What do you mean forget the indexical part?
I'm answering you. The Son, he has non-indexical knowledge. From that perspective, from him having non-indexical knowledge, does he have the knowledge that he is the Father? Non-indexically.
Okay. Hold on. He does not have knowledge that he's the Father because he's not the Father.
Thank you so much. Now, for the Father. Does the Father have non-indexical knowledge that he's the Son?
Oh my goodness. He does not.
It's the same question.
He does not affirm that he is the Son.
I didn't ask you that. I said, does he have non-indexical knowledge that he is the Son?
Does he knows that he's the Son?
Does he have non-indexical knowledge that he's not the Son, the Father?
No, he doesn't affirm that he's the Son. No, he doesn't.
Okay. So the Father, he affirms certain things that the Son doesn't, correct? Yes or no? Non-indexically.
No. He has the same knowledge as the Son. He has the same exact knowledge because him and the Son knows all things from all perspectives.
Okay. But the Son doesn't know he's the Father, but the Father knows he's the Father. That's two different sets.
No, he knows the Father's perspective. He knows the Father's knowledge, and the Father knows his knowledge.
I know. Okay. But they
have the same exact knowledge.
You keep reiterating that and affirming that and presupposing that. I understand you believe that they have the same knowledge. I'm asking you, the Father, he knows he's the Father. The Son, he doesn't know he's the Father. Wouldn't that be two sets?
He knows what it's like to affirm the proposition from the Father's perspective because the Father knows
but he doesn't have knowledge of it.
He does have knowledge of it.
So Jesus has knowledge that he's the Son.
Yes, but he also knows what's like to affirm the...
Okay, good.
Wait,
But the Father...
Wait. I didn't finish. He also knows what it's like to affirm the proposition from the Father, because since the Father understands he's the Father, the Son knows from the Father's perspective that the Father's the Father. Yeah.
That's... I get it. No, he's just not tracking. I know the Son understands what the Father means when he.
So they would have the same knowledge. They would have the same knowledge.
No, ATG, no, man. Look, bro, you're so confused. Okay, do you know what a set is?
A set?
I'm not gonna ask you to define it. Just tell me yes or no. I'm not gonna put you through that.
No. What do you mean?
You don't know what a set is?
A set of what? A set of propositions?
Just a set. Just a set. You know what a set is?
Well, yeah. I understand what a set is. Sure.
You know what a set is? Perfect. Does the set of knowledge, of non-indexical knowledge of the Son, is it identical with the Father's set?
Yeah, it'll be identical because of course I affirm this. They all have the same knowledge.
Okay, they're identical. That's good.
Yes,
now you're doing
they have
good.
The same knowledge. Yes.
So the Son's set of
it's like you're asking me
knowledge.
the same question with different words.
Hang on, Mari, hang on.
It's like you're asking me, do they have the same knowledge with different words? Yes, I'm going to say yes every single time.
It's not the same. I'll tell you why. So the Son, he has non-indexical knowledge that is identical to the Father's set of non-indexical knowledge. Yes or no?
Yes.
Perfect. And can we say that what is included, like an example of a inclusion that's found within the Son's set of non-indexical knowledge, is that he is the Son?
Yeah.
Okay. And the Father's set of, non-indexical knowledge, is there of that he is the Son?
From the Son's perspective, yeah, he would know. He would know.
Not from the Son's perspective. Oh my God. Dude, we're talking about two different sets here. Okay? The Son set and the Father set.
They would have the same set. Yeah, they would. Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's the point.
Oh my goodness. It's like you guys are not
point.
able to understand.
Listen to me, bro. Is the Son, is the
yes,
Father.
Their set of knowledge
knowing,
is the same.
Is the Father knowing he's the Son? Listen, the Father knowing he's the Son. Is that included in the set of non-indexical knowledge?
The Father knowing he's the Son? Well, the Father is not the Son.
Okay, so that's not included.
Well, him affirming, right? Him being the Son, when you're referring to the him, who is the him there? Is it the Father or the Son?
The Father.
No, because that would be a contradiction.
Okay, so the Son affirms he's the Son, and the Father does not affirm he's the Son.
Well, the Father affirms that he is the Son in the sense that he refers to the Son because he knows the...
What?
Yes.
What?
Wait. Because the he referred to would be the Son. The Son affirms that he is the Son.
No. Oh my God. Does the Father affirm he's the Son, yes or no?
If the he referred to in this instance is the Son, yes, he does.
It's not. It's not.
Yes, because he knows the knowledge from the Son's perspective.
Does the Father affirm that the Father is the Son?
Oh my goodness. What?
Does the Father affirm that the Father is the Son?
No, neither does the Son. So that proposition
does the
is
Son?
Not, so that wait. So that set is not included in any of their knowledge.
Oh my God.
That's not included in any of their set of knowledge. The Father being the Son.
Okay, Mari.
That's not included in any of their set.
Mari.
So your question doesn't make any sense.
Like I told you, it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Propositional or not. No.
I didn't bring up anything about proposition.
Let me say something.
I didn't say anything about proposition.
Okay, watch this. Well, you know what? I don't know. Look, you've been trained by Catholic apologists to just say, no, propositional knowledge, bad. You don't even know what it is.
Why are you not responding to the objection I'm actually giving you?
Mari.
You're just trying to refer to rhetoric because you know that the question you're asking
fact that it's a proposition.
Doesn't make sense.
I granted you.
I didn't say anything about proposition.
Mari, 1 second.
Do you think the Son affirms the Father is the Son?
Does the Father have knowledge that the Father is the Father?
Okay. The Father has knowledge that the Father is the Father, and so does the Son.
Yes.
So,
okay, I didn't ask about the Son.
That knowledge is included in both of their set.
I didn't ask about the Son yet. You just buried yourself. Does the Father have knowledge the Father is the Father? Yes or no?
Yes, and so does the Son. And so does the Spirit.
So yes. So yes,
that knowledge is included in
now,
all.
does the Son?
Does the
wait? I'm not done with my questioning. Does the Son have knowledge that the Son is the Father?
No, but neither does the Father.
Oh my God. So the Son doesn't.
You see how the argument that you're making doesn't work?
Mari, you're so confused. They affirm. Listen, they have knowledge of different things because the Father affirms that himself, he is the Father. The Son doesn't affirm he's the Father.
But the knowledge is also included in the Father's set of knowledge because he knows things from the Son's perspective. He knows things from the Son's perspective.
The Father affirms he's the Father and not the Son.
Okay, but that set of knowledge is also included in the Son's set of knowledge because the Son knows things from the Father's perspective.
Okay, Mari, I'm gonna have to rephrase it for you because you keep like.
Let me ask you this question.
Mari,
wait, one second.
No.
Wait, 1 second.
Okay.
Do you know things from my perspective?
That doesn't mean I have the same knowledge as you.
Wait, no. Do you know?
Yes, sure. Granted, yes.
Wait, what? You know things from my perspective?
Yeah, for example, I know that you like chocolate. Yes, and I'll tell you what that means. I know that you like, for example, chocolate brownies, right? For example, okay. So let's say I don't like them.
Well, how do you know that would be true? You don't even know if that's true.
I'm giving an example hypothetically that you like them. Okay. Okay, Mari, what do you like? What do you like?
Well, first off, how tall are you?
Give me an example.
No, how tall are you? How tall are you?
Why does that matter? Answer my question.
I'm going to draw it back. Just tell me how tall you are real quick.
Okay, I'm 5'11".
Okay. So if you're 5'11", we're different height, right? Do you know? Okay. Do you know what it's like to see out of my eyes? Do you know what it's like to have knowledge of being that height, your height? Let's say you're 5'11". I'm 5'8". Do I know what it's like to be 5'11"?
No.
Okay, so we don't have. Okay, so I don't know everything from your perspective. So we don't have the same.
I never said that I know everything from your perspective. I said we can know things from each other's perspective. Mari,
I'm saying the Father and the Son, they know. I'm saying they know everything. I'm saying they know everything.
Let me ask a question to Danny.
That's what I'm saying.
Danny, is there a problem? Danny, is there a problem with how I'm articulating this? Is there a reason why he's confused the way he is?
Well, I understood you. So
okay, can you explain it to him in your own words? Because I don't think he understands.
What am I confused about?
Okay, you're confused.
You guys love appealing to Danny. What am I confused about?
We're not appealing, dude. I think Danny.
This is the appeal to Danny fallacy.
No, I'm Look. I'm not appealing to Danny. It's because I've been trying for the past 30 minutes with the same question, and you don't get it. So maybe Danny can ask it differently. So Danny, can you articulate it maybe a little different than I did in your own words, so he understands?
Well, I think what Apex is saying is that there's a sense in which you can know things from, quote, your perspective in terms of you can just know your perspective on things. I think that's what he meant.
Yeah, but he's trying to make the argument. He's trying to make the argument that since the Father and the Son do not have identical set of knowledge, or they do not have the same set of knowledge, therefore they can't have the same mind. Therefore, there would be, two different gods or whatever. I'm making the counter argument actually that that wouldn't be true. That they have different set of knowledge. They have a different set of knowledge. I believe they have identical set of knowledge because they know everything from each other's perspective. So they would have the same exact set of knowledge.
Is it your position that Jesus currently has a body?
Well, yeah.
Okay, and do you think Jesus knows that he has a body?
Yes, but the Father will also know that. The Father will also know that Jesus. Yeah, he would know that. He would have that set of knowledge. Yeah,
those are two different propositions.
My goodness. Wait, but Danny, would you agree? There's a difference. There's a distinction between indexical knowledge and non-indexical knowledge.
Yeah, Jesus wouldn't know that I'm next to the Father.
Yeah.
Wait, huh? You said what?
Because you know why, Danny? Let me tell him why. Do you know what? Do you know like I? That letter, that's an indexical when you use it. Like, I am going to the park. Jesus wouldn't know that I am going to the park. Sorry, he wouldn't know that I am next to the Father. Because if he has non-indexical knowledge, this means that he wouldn't affirm I was crucified. I was sent down by God. He wouldn't affirm any of that.
I mean, we believe that Jesus has two minds.
TG, the Bible actually states that Jesus has indexical knowledge.
Okay, where he affirms propositions and says "I" all the time.
No, that's different. Where he says, I am going to my father and your father. If he didn't have indexical knowledge, then he wouldn't say I. Because I is an indexical. He is an indexical. She is an indexical. They is an indexical. He uses these words all the time. That contradicts the Bible.
As a side note, I would wonder what motivates you to think that God doesn't have propositional knowledge? What motivates you?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I think that's a different. That's a whole different discussion.
Oh, okay. Well, because if God doesn't have propositional knowledge, you might be able to resist that the argument. But
yeah, I don't believe that God has propositional knowledge.
Well, then it's not true that God knows I am next to the Father.
That Jesus doesn't know that he's from.
Jesus is God, right? Yeah.
That Jesus has two natures. He has a divine nature and a human nature.
Okay, but still, the thing is that if Jesus is God and you're saying that God doesn't have any propositional knowledge, then Jesus doesn't have any propositional knowledge.
What would be the consequence of that?
That he doesn't know that I am the Son, that I was sent down. He doesn't know that. So to deny that God has propositional knowledge is to deny that God has any knowledge of the form that. Of the form that. Of the form that. Of the form that. Right? Because what follows after a that is a proposition.
So you're saying if someone has non-indexicable knowledge, they can't know anything?
They can't know anything that. Right? So think about, like, when you say, I know that you're going to the store. I know that 2 + 2 = 4. What follows after a that is a proposition. So it just seems like a crazy view to say that God has no propositional knowledge, because it's not true that he knows that 2 + 2 = 4. He doesn't know that.
I mean, I don't. Wait, they're saying it's lagging, but I'm really. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that God has propositional knowledge, so I don't know how to respond to that.
Okay, yeah, there's something to think about on the side, but I don't know what motivates that. But it sounds like, why do you believe that God has no propositional knowledge? Like, what's the problem in your view?
Because then God's knowledge will be contingent, and we don't believe that as those who affirm to ADS.
What would be wrong with God's knowledge being contingent? Just that God's knowledge is identical to him? Is that
well, it would contradict ADS. And yeah, we believe that God's knowledge is identical to him, so that would make God contingent.
So do you think that God knows that you exist?
Well, he knows all things.
Okay, but you see, remember what I just say. Propositional knowledge is knowledge that. So if you're denying propositional knowledge, you're denying that God knows that you exist.
Well,
Mari doesn't exist.
You know why, Mari? I'll tell you why. Because Mari, because you need to know that everything can be reduced.
My phone is 1%, by the way, just letting you guys know, so I probably can't speak much longer.
Get a charger right now.
But let's just pretend you're right, that God has no propositional knowledge.
Hold on, Danny, before you go, I don't want him to run. Mari, can you get a charger?
I'm not gonna run.
Okay, can you get a charger then?
I'll buy you one, bro.
Can you get a charger, Mari?
Okay, I can put it on the charger if I can make it to the charger. But if I drop in the next 30 seconds or something, it's not because I
start walking.
And for the record, Mari, I've talked to Mari many times. He doesn't run from me, so I believe him.
Yeah, but he runs from me, so.
Bro, no one's running.
You're about to run. You just announced you're running. You can't find a charger, bro? You're trying to run. Well, there's 181 people.
I'm right here, gang. Nobody's running from you, bro.
Okay, bro. Are you gonna get a charger or not?
I have the charger in my hand right now.
All right, bet.
Anyways, suppose God doesn't have knowledge. There's still another type of knowledge that might be at play. God, presumably Jesus knows what it's like to suffer. Now, that's not propositional knowledge. Right?
Exactly.
Okay. So there's a case where Jesus knows what it's like to suffer, but the Father doesn't know what it's like to suffer. So they don't have the same kind of knowledge of that form. So I think the argument that Apex is giving is that to say that they have the same mind is to say they have the same knowledge. But if Jesus knows what it's like to suffer and the Father doesn't, then there's distinct minds.
Okay.
By the way, if you want to appeal to the human nature having indexical knowledge, the Father has indexical knowledge where he says, I am who I am. In Exodus 3:14.
Well,
so you know.
I mean, that wouldn't necessarily follow that the Father has indexical knowledge just because he's like.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. You know what? You know. Okay. Do you know what? Do you know what an indexical is?
Only thing that he's doing is that he's expressing to. He's expressing something to mankind, which do.
Yeah, and he's expressing it indexically. That's the point. He has indexical knowledge.
That's how we would have to understand it. He's just communicating.
No, that's because it doesn't matter. If he didn't have indexical knowledge, he wouldn't be able to know I am who I am.
Wait, you're saying if God didn't have indexical knowledge, he wouldn't be able to make propositions? Like he wouldn't be able to communicate propositions to other people?
Well, indexical knowledge is a type of propositional knowledge.
Wait,
I believe that God.
Wait, Danny, because I think. Wait, Danny, what do you think indexical knowledge is? Because I have a definition. They gave me the definition, and they said knowing things from your own perspective, right?
Yeah, it's kind of. I'll give a rough definition. And indexicalized knowledge is knowledge that's made true based on who's uttering it or who's thinking about it, right? That it's relative to a context or indexed to a point in time or point in space. Or, in other words, the referent isn't set when you're saying I, right? Like, if I say the word I am going to the store, the referent is me. But when you say that, the referent changes to you. So the idea is that it's some kind of, there's a noun like I or you, where that referent changes depending on who's saying it or who's thinking it.
Well, then I could just. What if I just make the argument that God's knowledge isn't? Maybe he can have indexical knowledge, but it's not limited to that. What if I just say that? Then what?
That's fine.
So then the argument doesn't work. Then this God can literally have indexical knowledge. He can affirm things could be true based off of his perspective, but he also knows things from other people's perspective.
Yeah, but
does the Father?
What's the problem? Then what would be the problem?
Go ahead, Apex. Do you want to say something?
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, I'll just go ahead. So, would you say that God has non-indexical and indexical knowledge? Is that what you're saying? He could have that?
I'm saying it's not going to be limited. No, I'm not saying that God doesn't have none. I'm saying it's not limited to indexical knowledge.
Okay, so God.
Wait, hold on one second. He has knowledge from his perspective. Things are true from his perspective. But
so God has propositional knowledge.
Bro,
indexical knowledge is a branch of propositional knowledge. If you think that could be the case, but there's more to it, then you still affirm it, dude.
So
yeah, you just conceded, bro, and you're not even gonna mention it.
What did I concede to?
You conceded that God has propositional knowledge if you affirm that God could have indexical knowledge, because indexical knowledge is a form of propositional knowledge.
You're saying
it's necessary. I'll leave. You have a good night for whatever it is. I don't know what time it is.
A form of propositional knowledge.
100%. Let me tell you what.
That's I think.
Okay, Ennis, I'm here to refute you.
I mean, you needed Danny to help you.
Well, it's very simple. Propositional knowledge is not the object of the knowledge can be true or false.
None of this has been good for you,
Right.
bro.
So
You got
if an indexical changes the truth value based on who thinks it or utters it, then there's a truth value involved, and only propositions can be true or false.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, then if that's the case, then I'll just say that, I would probably still just deny the fact that he has indexical knowledge. I'll still just stick to him having non-indexical knowledge. But based off of the response that Danny gave me, I probably wouldn't know how to respond, to be honest. I wouldn't know how to respond.
Okay. If you
ask
believe
around.
that...
You should ask around. Yeah, sorry, I was going to be quick, but go ahead.
Okay. So if you affirm that God doesn't have non-indexical knowledge, This means that God cannot make indexical propositions. When we see that everywhere in the Bible, essentially he says, I am ascending to your Father and my Father. That's an indexical.
I really don't see how that follows. Well, I really don't see how that follows, because if he's communicating to people that have indexical knowledge, and he's able to do all things, I don't see why he's not able to communicate like propositions or whatever.
Okay, the point is that you can't make indexical, you cannot make an indexical proposition if you don't have knowledge of an indexical proposition. Okay, so if he makes an indexical proposition, that means he has knowledge, or he has indexical propositional knowledge. That's the point.
Continue to talk to him. I'll leave. Y'all have a good night, or whatever it is. I don't know what time it is.
No worries. Mari just dropped down, bro. It's done.
Mari, that's I think.
Okay, Ennis, I'm here to refute you.
I mean, you needed Danny to help you. Just
So you got baked.
Oh, Danny said the same. Okay.
You needed Danny to help you. Just saying.
Mari, none of this has been good for you, bro. You got
What?
baked on Daniel. You got baked on.
I got like I don't know, 5 minutes or so. I'm here to bake Ennis. Don't run.
Oh my god.
And this is
I'm gonna give him a description on Dean Buddy, man.
Okay, what's the argument?
This doesn't apply to us, man. We believe that God has indexical knowledge, and that God is one person.
Bro, that was. Ernest got baked, man.
Wait. So God knows you exist eternally?
Yes, sir. No, that's not true.
What's the argument? God needs to be all knowing. Come on, man.
Oh man, this is some Venus talk. I ain't gonna lie. This is
No, this is some Abyssinian. This is some Abyssinia. Okay, Abyssinia is just like, yo, Allah exists. That's Tajsim, brother. Yeah, look, bro. What is this Tajsim you're spewing? God exists now? What are you saying, man? God's not time.
oh my god.